Hello, I'm Beth Perry. Welcome to Mini Bible Study videos. They have several purposes. The first is for Christian educators who work with adults. These different methods of doing Bible study are part of my 2-week online course called Teach Adults, offered through beadisciple.com. The second purpose is just for anyone who wants to try out a variety of Bible study styles. Maybe you'll find a type of study that suits you and explore doing more of it on your own. So the method I want to share with you this time is related to a method used in another video, the sensory study. Again, you want your students and yourself to imagine themselves in the story. But this time, have them imagine themselves as one of the characters. How will this impact how they and you understand the message of the story? How might you all apply its lessons differently after reading it through different eyes? Think about John 2, the story of the wedding in Cana, and pause here if you'd like to read that scripture. Cana. There are a lot of characters in that story. You could assign a different character to different people in the study group. Or if you're doing this on your own, you could take on different characters and read it every day for a week or more. There's Jesus, of course, and Mary. But beyond those two main characters, there is also the bride and the groom, their families, the newly called disciples and the other wedding guests, the servants, the chief steward overseeing the wedding feast. How does it feel to imagine yourself as Jesus listening to your mother's challenge? How does it feel to be Mary, seeing your son's reluctance? How does it feel to be the bride or groom or their parents listening to this exchange? How does it feel to be the servants participating in the sign, or the steward judging the results, or a newly called disciple, or a wedding guest? When you put yourself in one of these roles, what do you notice that might have escaped you before? Do the words sound different when you hear them from that different perspective? What becomes most important to you now? And how might that difference influence how you read the scripture in the future and how you live out your faith because of it? Now, I will add a caveat here, a note of beware. We've heard scripture like this story so often, and for this section particularly, we've been trained to read a lot of spiritual meaning into it. We know what John meant by the word sign, something that points to Jesus' identity and to his glory, and we know the symbolism of the steward's comments that the best wine was saved for last as referring to Jesus as the best and last gift from God. So help your study members if you're leading a group, and yourself if you're doing this on your own, to set aside those preconceptions and just listen to the words fresh, or at least as much as you're able to. God bless.